I don't know if were we going to talk about this later, Bondi? Love B. Scott?
We were not. I forgot about it. I'm glad you brought it up. Go ahead, girl.
I
Run
just
it.
want to know if y'all agree with him when he said Andy Cohen should not be hosting
Any
the
more of the
reunion.
reunion shows? Would you
Mhm.
like me to play it?
Heard.
Yeah, if you have the audio, yeah.
Because yeah, I'm not
And I
aware.
wasn't sure if Love B. Scott was referring to just, Potomac and Atlanta. It sounded like it was all of them.
Shows.
Talk that talk.
He does not have the cultural relevance. And it's not me being disrespectful to Andy Cohen, but you can't use your white privilege to sit there and talk down to people who need that job, especially Black women.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have you can't finesse our culture. Either you're a part of it or you're not.
And Andy can choose not to make that decision because he's an executive producer of all of that.
He's absolutely.
So B. Scott should be hosting the reunion show.
Yes.
Okay.
No one has extensive, history with the Housewives as I do.
It doesn't have to clip or something.
Yeah. And to be honest, and why are we letting the chopper fly? Andy Cohen does not need to be hosting the reunions for Black shows.
Talk that talk.
He does not have the cultural relevance. And it's not me being disrespectful to Andy Cohen, but you can't use your white privilege to sit there and talk down to people who need that job, especially Black women.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have the finesse. You can't finesse our culture. Either you're a part of it or you're not.
And Andy can choose.
So I'm gonna just say this upon reading some of the comments and stuff. Even though I feel like you really just trying to get yourself this hosting gig, talking about nobody else has this extensive relationship with the Housewives, child, it don't even matter. We don't need you to have an extensive relationship. We need you to be able to ask these questions and be impartial and hold people to the carpet, hold people accountable in that seat. That's what we need. And we need people that understand the nuance of a Black cat. So I think that Andy should host the Black Housewives shows because I feel like, especially on Potomac, maybe not as much on Atlanta, but it kind of feels better too. Amongst the Caucasian people, you understand their culture. It doesn't feel like a person that is so out of touch and, kind of ignorant of the people he's talking to or their culture, their semantics, how they talk to one another. Like nobody should have to explain certain things to you during the reunion show for you to understand as a white guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to Andy because I feel like he did really good in his last reunion show with Potomac.
Yeah.
Still feel like you had to step out because you couldn't be the person to have that conversation about colorism. That's going to persist on that show because you haven't fired anybody. So the next reunion show, we're probably going to continue to have some of these same conversations that you won't be able to have the conversation because you don't have the language, you don't have the cultural context to have some of these conversations. So I do feel like there should be a switch up and somebody else should be brought in to host some of the reunion shows. If you still want to do Jersey, you still want to do whatever other, Beverly Hills, the other like Caucasian franchises that are really big, and then to make it not be so obvious, for a lot, maybe Miami, y'all get somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Like a Perez Hilton or somebody, you know what I mean? Like spread it out a little bit, but I do feel like Andy doesn't need to be the person hosting all of them. And lastly, just this other thing, because he's the executive producer. So if he doesn't do a good job, I feel like it doesn't matter as much. Whereas if they were to be hiring out, the person would have to know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like Andy gets to not really know sometimes.
Yeah, because ain't nothing like having a host that don't really watch the show like that. I do think Andy is going to continue to host the reunions because so many people want him not to. I feel like he's going to continue to do it. But I think the same way he brought in Nicki Minaj to host, I think he should likely do that, for not just the Black shows, but really all of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just get somebody else to come in that watches the show that will ask the questions that you may not feel comfortable asking or grilling or whatever the case is.
Oh, they could get Rihanna one year. We know how much Rihanna loves.
Oh, yeah.
That would be like for Rihanna, because I feel like since Nicki did it, Rihanna can come in.
I don't see Rihanna keeping it a book though. Because it's like, do y'all
Really?
want
I
do
do.
y'all want celebrities hosting, or do
Not
y'all
necessarily.
want
It doesn't
like
have to
people
be
to ask the hard
celebrities.
questions
I think she
and
would.
hold
She might
people
be the only
accountable?
I think she
celebrity
would.
that would ask the hard question because she don't give a fuck.
Oh, see,
She might be the only, and y'all know she already be online telling y'all she don't give a fuck. Sometimes when she, kind of talk about the shows and stuff. Maybe not her. That's too big of a star. But
But not Nick,
That's
but
too
Nicki
big.
Minaj.
Nicki Minaj is big.
because I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because Nikki had already done American Idol. She had already kind of sat there behind, a microphone with a place card. Like she kind of had already done jobs like that. And I also feel like Rihanna and Nicki are kind of a little different at this point. Maybe not in 2007, but like now it's a little different.
What about Amanda Seals?
No,
I wouldn't want to see it. Nah.
no, I love Amanda, but no, we need somebody that's going to toe the line a little bit more. Like
Mhm.
Amanda's gonna like gut punch everybody. Like I feel like there not gonna be any soft questions. Nothing's gonna be fun and cute if Nina sits down with Potomac. I'm sorry, not Nina. If Amanda sits
Amanda.
down with, I keep saying Nina Parker, so that's why I said Nina. But
I
Nina
feel like
Parker's
it would
good.
be awesome
Yeah, she
because the
would.
education that Amanda would
For
give
the
to,
colorism segment, but for the rest of the bullshit, I don't think she would like give a fuck
yeah,
enough about some of this stuff,
I think Nina would be good though. Nina Parker would be,
Oh,
she
Kiki
would be
Palmer.
good.
Kiki Palmer would be amazing.
I
Not
don't
for
know
that
if she would.
What?
setting.
Nah.
She is so
Nah,
messy.
not for that.
How could y'all feel? Do y'all not remember when
Love some Kiki down.
she
You
got
talking about Wendy
Wendy?
Williams?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like she would, because she would be able to keep it nice, nasty. She would be able, all right then, girl, I'll play right back with you now. Let's keep it cute security, and then she'll say a joke. She'll like, I feel like she'll be a consummate professional. So she gonna know what's going on. She gonna be like, hold up now, Karen girl, because the people on the street said da 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 da.
Should it
Like
be a
She
woman?
would. The gag
Does it have to
is
be a woman?
she would do that.
yeah. What you said, Jamie?
I said, does it have to be a woman?
It doesn't, but I would prefer a woman just because like I low-key get tired of men heading some of these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, can it not be a woman for God's sakes? Like, there's you since Mona and Nina, like Love and Hip Hop was the last time, but like between Carlos and Andy, it is a sausage fest when it comes to these
Ooh.
reunions.
Yeah.
Those are-
Honestly.
Gosh.
Shit, they got me low-key missing. Tammy would be a good choice, but I feel like we don't want to be on here with y'all with this bullshit.
Tammy would very
Yeah.
well want to be on there.
You think
I
so?
don't think
Yeah, then remember she told us she had to hold on one second. She had
Oh, she would want to be on the show as hosting. I was like, I don't know if she would want to like come in and play like referee with these shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. But on the show, yeah. But like to host it, Claudia can't come host this either. Like nobody that could potentially be a housewife,
Definitely
I
not
believe,
Claudia.
can come and host. Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he should do like Jamie said. I still
John
think Andy.
Sally, go to hell.
Who was that?
Somebody said John Sally because he used to do the basketball wives one.
Oh.
You know the basketball player.
Oh,
Also
okay. I think Andy should continue to host, but I think that he should bring somebody in for certain segments, for all the shows.